Good morning, YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust the PIS setting on a Ferrari F430.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan and this is the Howard, and that is our Ferrari F430, which is for sale through our dealership, NG Supercars. So if you're interested in buying this car, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. We are asking $119,900 for it. It's an amazing car. It's not going to last long because, well, the price is right. It's in really good condition, so one of you is going to really enjoy this. But before we sell it, we want to check out the condition of the clutch. So we're going to talk about that because obviously that's one of the big things about these Ferrari F430s is everyone's like, oh my God, what's the clutch wear and how is the clutch up and blah, blah, blah. So one of the big problems is that the PIS setting gets out of whack on these cars and then the clutch burns up a lot faster than necessary. So this car is slipping a little bit. The PIS setting's off by a bit. The clutch is actually in pretty decent shape, and we'll show you all that in the data. But we need to adjust the settings so it drives a little better and has a little less slip, and it should be a better experience for everyone. So we're gonna do that real quick. But if you want to support us, please like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, go check out our website, normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services for your supercar. We do appreciate when you guys support us. Thank you so much. All right, let me show you what's going on in this car, and actually, you can do this with a pretty simple computer. Link in the description below. You can buy it on Amazon. Okay, YouTube, we are inside of the Ferrari F430, and here is my Launch X431 little tablet computer thingy, whatever you want to call it. It's got a OBD dongle on the back side of it, and so what we're going to do is we're going to take our little dongle out. I'm trying to do this all one hand. It's kind of tricky. And we're going to plug it into the dashboard under here. Where are you? Okay, when you plug it in, you should hear a little beep. So we are plugged in, and now we're going to key on the car. Oh, there we go. All right, let's turn that off. So the first thing we do is we're just going to check on the clutch life. So we're going to log into our program. We're going to do traditional diagnosis. We're going to go into the Ferrari section, double click the version. All right, we are in an F430, F131 gasoline. We're going to do a system selection, and this is a 2005, sorry, so it's an early model, so it's got the 231, not the 301. So we're going to click on that guy. Okay, and we're going to do special functions, and we're going to do clutch wear. And in here, you can see there's our calibration points, 22.97, 20.27 is where it's currently at. So we currently have 48.18% of the clutch worn. So this clutch is about half dead, half alive, which is pretty good because, well, the car's got 24,222 miles on it. So I suspect this is probably the original clutch, might be a second clutch if they changed it pretty early in the car, or if they didn't calibrate it correctly, which is entirely possible. So here is the problem that we're having is when we drive this car and you start giving it gas, you get a lot of slippage, and when you downshift, it's not, it kind of does a jump and then it downshifts, so it's just not quite behaving correctly. So we're pretty sure that we need to adjust the PIS. So we are going to go into PIS adaptation. Now, in order to do an adaptation, we actually need to run the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start the car. Okay, so for now, we're going to leave it in neutral. And what we're going to do is we're going to first read the value. So you click on read configuration, and you can see we are currently at a 4.90. So the goal is to lower that number until the PIS just barely kisses the clutch, and then we want to back it off about maybe 1/10 or 5/100ths of a millimeter until it's not quite engaging. The way we can test it is every time we adjust this. So let's say we want to go slightly tighter than 4.9. Let's say we want to do 4.8. We're going to go here, value to right. We're going to do 4.8. And we're going to hit OK. We're going to write the configuration. Okay, it says 4.79, so we're going to read it to verify. It does have 4.79. All right, now to verify it and see if it's actually touching the clutch, we're going to go to read data stream, and we're going to go to gearbox primary angular speed. Basically, that is the shaft speed. And we're going to hit OK. And you can see right now in neutral, we have 0 speed on the clutch. So if we put it in 1, we should still have 0. So that means the clutch is not being touched yet. So we can actually tighten it up. So we're gonna do this a few times, and actually I'm gonna quickly go drive the car just to see if this makes it feel better. So let's do that real quick first. All right, so I'm waiting for the gate to open, and when I give it gas, you can feel the clutch start engaging. So give it gas, and oh, it's engaging much better than it was before, but I can still feel it kind of slipping a little. We're gonna drive around the block real quick and see if it's still doing okay after that. It's already shifting a lot smoother. That's already a good sign. Let's try downshifting. Much faster downshifts. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, that's so much better. All right, I think we can get it slightly tighter. So let's pull over somewhere and we'll tighten it up just a touch. Another thing to note is you should do this when the clutch is slightly warm, so you want to at least drive it a bit. You don't want to be doing this when it's completely cold. All right, so we're gonna tighten it up a bit more and see if that helps out a bit. So right now, let's go back and do our special function, PIS adaptation. We're still at 4.79. Let's try 4.7. Whoops, not 7. 4.7. Okay, that's right. Okay, so we'll read it to verify it did actually write it. We did, 4.69. Okay, go back in and read our data stream. And you can see we still have 0 RPM on the transmission. We could probably tighten up a little bit more, so let's do that again. We'll just keep repeating this until we actually get some speed on it. All right, YouTube, I've pulled it all the way down to a 4.3, and we first started off at 5.1 or 5.08. That's a huge difference. That's in millimeters, right? So we're shaving off, what, 0.8 millimeters? That's a lot of difference, and it's still not showing that it's engaging on the input shaft yet. So let's go drive it around a little bit more, heat it up a bit more, because I don't want to give it too much and have it be crazy. All right, we're gonna do the same thing again, see how it feels when we start driving. Oh my God, it feels like a totally new car. Wow. All right, way better engagement. Shifts are so much faster now. The big thing is the downshifts. Let's see how those are. Oh yeah, so much better. Oh my Lord, that's amazing. All right, I think we went too far. So I'm at like 3.8 or so. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. We're at 3.8. All right, so check this out. In neutral, we go in and we read our data stream. And all right, it's showing 0 RPMs on the shaft, but watch this. If I put it in first gear, it still shows 0, but if I release the brake, I'm rolling forward. So clearly there's some pressure on the clutch. We don't want that, so I need to back it off. So we're gonna back it off until we don't get that. See if I roll forward, we don't want that. All right, we're down to 4.1. I backed it off from the 3 point whatever. I think we're gonna go drive it again, but I think this is it. So another thing I'm doing it is I'm just putting it in the first gear, letting go of the brake with the parking brake off, and it would actually roll slightly forward when I release the brake. So now it's not doing that. I think we might be good. So I think it actually might be a touch too tight. So when I do upshift, it goes like a stutter. It goes really like a really subtle stutter. Not so much under light load, but let me get it to where it's under harder load. The downshifts are great. So watch, if I go under harder pressure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it just like another 1/10 of a millimeter, and we'll see how that feels. All right, we're at 4.19, and let's see how it feels. A little bit of a jump there. Let's see how the shift feels. Ooh, yeah, that feels better. Let's see how the downshifts are. Oh yeah, think we got it. Think we got it, folks. So it's a little bit of trial and error, but you really just want it to be where it grabs pretty hard. You don't want it to be moving when it's at stop. Obviously that means it's going to drag on the clutch and wear it out faster than necessary, but it feels pretty good right here. All right, YouTube, this is amazing. It feels like a totally new car. The clutch feels perfect. It drives so much better. It was driving pretty terribly, honestly. So obviously in the future, any car we get that's got a single clutch, we're gonna do that and set up the clutch properly, because that seems to be a common problem. It makes these cars feel so much worse than they are. And I think that's what happens is a lot of people drive these cars and they're not set up correctly, and next thing you know, they're like, oh, these things drive like shit, and the clutch, you know, or it was so clunky or slow or whatever. That's because the PIS wasn't correct. So now this thing feels amazing, and it's for sale. So someone buy it from us, get this car off our hands. You're gonna love this car. $119,900, and it's yours. It's got like 24,000 something miles on it. All right, you guys, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com if you want it. Support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing. We do appreciate that. And of course, you can go check out our website, normalguysupercar.com, buy your parts and services through us. That also supports us. Use the code NGS10. It takes off 10% most things. And if you want a special deal, or if you need a quote for something that's not on the website, send us an email, sales@normalguysupercar.com. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.